All right, this is a video about Atlantis, and I'm gonna show you what Atlantis really means. All right, this will be a book about. This is a book about Atlantis. Okay. So the title of the book is called Atlantis, right? This book is by Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley, right? So Pete, check it out. Aleister Crowley wrote this book, and this book is out of syndication. It won't be printed. They don't print it anymore. So let me tell you why. Let me tell you why the book, they don't print the book anymore. Okay, so I'm reading the same book. I told you I was reading it, right? Okay, you see, Aleister Crowley. All right. Okay, of the plains beneath Atlas and its servile race. Servile race, well, I'll get into that a little later. Well, you know what? Actually, I'll say it right now. The servile race is supposed to mean white people. Because in this book, what I was reading, it was white people were created. All right, so let's get into this. Atlas. Atlas is the name of Atlantis. All right, so Atlas is the true name of this archipelago continent. Is an altogether false term. For every house or mountain peak was cut from its fellows by natural, though often very narrow waterways. The African Atlas, okay, Atlas, come to find out, means Atlantis. Atlas is a mere offshoot of the range. It was the true Atlas that supported the ancient world by its moral and magical strength. So when they say black magic, that means black people's magic. So we should not be running away from our own power. It's our melanin, okay? That's our real power. And hence the name of the fabled globe bearer. And you really got to pay attention in this book. Okay, this is all right. When I'm reading it, I sometimes got to go back to this stuff plenty of times to make sure I get a clear understanding of it. The root is the Lemurian Tila or Tilas, black. Okay, for reasons which will appear in due course. A is the feminine prefix derived from the shape of the mouth when uttering the sound black woman. Black woman. Black woman. You see that, right? And this is Aleister Crowley. This is not me making this up. This is Aleister Crowley. Let me read that again. This is why this book is not in print. This is the only book that he came out with that is not in print. It's not in syndication, or you can't order this book and it'll come right to you. Okay. The root is the Lemurian Tila or Tilas, black. So Lemuria or Atlantis and Lemuria means black. That's the original. For reasons which will appear in due course. A is the feminine prefix derived from the shape of the mouth when uttering the sound. Black woman is therefore as near a translation as one can give in English. The Latin has a closer equivalent. So, let me show you and take you to Atlantis. So, it says learning, right? This is supposed to be like part of a library that was from back in the day. Erected and dedicated to the advancement of learning, dedicated and erected to the advancement of learning. So I just showed you a book that you'll never see, and it's out of publication and it's out of syndication, right? So it's called Atlantis by Aleister Crowley. I gotta get across this street while the light's still. I got a little time left. Hold on. So, went across the street. Just showed you, right? That Atlantis is the black woman. You just see a couple of black women, fine, nice women, sisters. So, right here. Now this building, it's a Sun Trust building, right? But it's pyramids on the top of the building. It's a couple of pyramids. You'll find sometime in your downtown city, you'll have pyramids in your city. These are step pyramids at the top. You can't see it up close, but driving away from a distance, you'll see a step pyramids. So you see a pyramid there, pyramid there. I have a previous video showing this about women, about the Atlantis. I showed you a ritual of me going down here, and then I went to the, I think part 3, I went to the aquarium. So right here, it says Ballet Olympia. Conceived and designed by John Portman, Ballet Olympia was adapted Paul Mancher's 3-foot bronze figure, Maynard, as tribute to this renowned American sculpture. But what is it? It's the woman, right? We were everywhere. Our women, or our people, are everywhere. Every continent, every country, or everywhere you want to say it. But everybody else ain't everywhere else. People that look just like us are everywhere. So, didn't it say in the book that Atlantis is what? The black woman. Let's keep it going. Alright? I told you. That's the only book that Aleister Crowley came out with that is not in syndication, because if our women knew what they really were in Atlanta too, or anywhere in the world, that they are truly the black woman. See, there's pyramids everywhere. So this is the Sun Trust building. Sun Trust is the bank. All right, this is a bank. So there's pyramids everywhere. All right, another pyramids all around this building. I've been around this whole building before. I've probably been here like a few couple times. All right, I wanted to show you again more women. This is Atlantis. So they have to, what they do is ritualistic. We gotta do our own rituals too. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, what they doing is they putting it there so like certain rituals will be completed. So when they're completed, the people won't feel like it's on them or it's them. So they're giving veneration, because they know in this city of Atlantis or Atlanta that the highly melanated woman, they know who they are. That's why most of the men are like damn near in jail. So the women are like 8 to 1 or 12 to 1. Okay, it's lopsided. So as you can see, again, the women. I'm gonna take you somewhere else. So take you downstairs. This is, you know what I'm saying. This is why I've been. You know, so I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna just take you somewhere. All right, now look very closely. This usually be filled with water. I don't know. They just turned it off for some reason, but whatever. I guess because it's cold or whatever's going on. Right here. Right here. Now, if you look at it from a distance, now what does it look like to you? I'm gonna step away so you can see it from a distance. It don't look like a woman you would see walking, but it's a woman. The name of this art piece is called Concord by John Portman. See, two legs. I have to take my time and really look at it. It kind of like the woman when she's kind of like when, you know, the fertility or pregnant or whatever. But you'll see it looks like a woman. I'm gonna step back so you can see it a little better. I'm gonna step around and go around in a circle so you can see it now from a distance. Chaos. So the woman, the black woman, as you know, as I showed you in that book, is Atlantis. All right. So every time they try to keep something away from you, they'll block it. Certain, like with Bobby Hemming would say, when a certain book, when they stop it, they're trying to keep certain information from getting out to the public. So if certain books have information that could be very telling, they'll either stop it, and then they'll put it out maybe years later, and with a different cover or whatever it is. But they might put it back out, or they might not. So that book, I know they won't ever put it back out. It ain't been out for a long time. I'm grateful I got my hands on it again, because I had to go through something. When you go through something and you do a great job at it, you know what I'm saying? The ancestors reward you with something. You know what I'm saying? I got rewarded with something, with something I know it was hard for me to find. I've been looking everywhere for that book, and it like after I finished the ritual or the thing I had to finish to their liking, next thing I know, it was right there in front of me. Right after I finished it, the ritual or whatever I had to finish, I was like, man, that's how things happen. So when you're doing what you're supposed to do, it'll be right there for you. So this is like, if you look at it, you see these women again from a distance. 3 women, like the witches. You see the women, so like the witches, the witch and stitches. So you have the women holding the circle around. It's like flowers on the circle they're holding up. Actually, it's 4 of them actually. But these are all, everything I showed you around this building is women. So this is Atlantis. They know what this is. This is a very spiritual place here, Atlanta. So I you know, once I really came down here, I really realized that, as you see another pyramid, like I was telling you, you have pyramids usually downtown or wherever you live at. If you have a major city, you will see that. So the skyline will show that to give the perception, so the people, the highly melanated people, or so-called black or so-called African American people, will feel like they're in that time period. Nothing changes. Remember what I tell you, nothing changes. Only thing that changes is time. But now, what I come to find out, time is actually going backwards. But time, we see it as going forward, like, oh, it's 2020, right? I feel like time is going backwards. For me, things that I've been finding out and making things happen, I figured out time is going backwards. So yeah. So just going to show you that the black woman, or the so-called black or so-called African American woman, the highly melanated woman, is Atlantis. 1414. Peace.